Well, also today, when you take a vacation, the last thing you want is to realize you've been hacked. And hackers can get into everything from your phone, even into your house. I recently sat down with a computer expert to talk about the do's and don'ts and ways to protect yourself. It's all for today's In Depth. Okay, and with me today is President of On Target Digital Marketing, Tom Jelneck. Good to see you again. Obviously a familiar face here on the In-Depth segment. So we're talking about how not to get hacked when you take your vacation. A lot of people are taking vacations these days, or maybe planning to before going back to school.
Right.
What sort of cyber risks do we face when we go traveling?
It's these things.
Yeah.
These things right here that every family is bringing to the airport.
Does anybody not have a cell phone these days?
I don't think that. Some people may have the flip phone still.
Yes, I have seen those.
And they're making a comeback, by the way.
Yes, they
are. Because they're safer. But as families go to the airport, as you bring the little ones, everyone needs some amusement because of the inevitable delays in the airports.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So what we're seeing is a lot of cyber hacking issues and challenges because people are logging on to that free public Wi-Fi.
Yes.
And not watching their P's and Q's, maybe performing some bank transactions, maybe logging into their various accounts while they're on public Wi-Fi. So that's becoming a huge issue.
Yeah, I used to, I'll be honest with you, I used to check my bank balance. And, I would log into public Wi-Fi. It was a lot faster.
Right.
But you don't want to do that.
You don't. And, there's a huge temptation to do so. As you said, sometimes your carrier signal may be weakened just because of the volume of people in the space, right? So we gravitate towards that free Wi-Fi thinking that it's safer and secure, and it's really not. And it's a real challenge that we need to be very cognizant of as we travel.
What about when we're posting on Facebook and social media?
Well, certainly anytime you're logging into anything and putting in a password, if somebody can get into that Wi-Fi, which they can, they can potentially intercept, that password and that login that you're sending across that Wi-Fi. So you can build a profile on somebody. You can steal someone's identity with all that info. There's all kinds of nefarious things that you can do with that type of data.
On Target Digital Marketing President Tom Jelneck is joining us today. We are talking about how not to get hacked while you're on your summer vacation.
Right.
We were just talking about posting on social media, and that kind of does bring up a whole nother issue of sharing too much on social media.
So I've seen dozens of friends so excited to go on vacation that they announced to the planet that they're now on vacation. And if you're a savvy hacker, you can realize that this house now that these people once occupied is now vacant and ripe for the pickings. So it's not just the Wi-Fi that I want you to be concerned about. I want you to use some common sense about when you're out and traveling, not to let the entire planet know that your home is sitting there unprotected.
Homes are digital these days.
They are.
Everything seems like it's touch screen or able to be hacked into, right?
Or smart or not so smart.
Smart homes.
Right.
So you want to be smart, about not saying you're on vacation because homes are hackable too, right?
Absolutely. And here's another tip too. A lot of folks will leave the Bluetooth enabled on their phone 24/7. To be honest, I'm kind of guilty of it because every time I get in my car, it switches over.
I was literally just going to say that when I get into my car, it automatically connects.
Right. So it's kind of a pain to turn it off. But I'll tell you this: there are devices that can intercept Bluetooth signal and get whatever people need out of your phone. So that's another tip: is to make sure you shut that off as you're traveling, just for an additional bit of security and safety.
Well, isn't that how when you do the AirDrop from Apple to Apple, it's through Bluetooth.
Absolutely.
So you're sending something right over that Bluetooth signal, so it's going from one phone to the other, and who knows if somebody's going to be able to catch it and grab a hold of it
and build a profile and hack you. And one other thing I really want that we didn't talk about: Airbnb. Love it, great concept. But if you're going out to rent someone else's home or be in someone else's home, be mindful that they may have cameras all over the place too. So that's one thing as we're traveling that we need to be cognizant of as well.
Give me some tips to prevent being hacked.
Certainly, A lot of people hate to update the software on their phone. When that little, those indicators come on, I encourage you to do it, because a lot of the time it is helping to protect you from from bad people. Secondly, never go download apps from any place other than the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, because a lot of those free apps aren't so free.
Okay.
There's something nefarious in there.
Some good suggestions. Hopefully it will help you from not being hacked. And On Target Digital Marketing President Tom Jelneck, good to see you as always. Come back soon.
Have a great vacation if you
Thank you, yes.